Welcome to Nothing is Obi South Texas Golf Podcast, episode 113. Before I get into my special guest, a word from our special sponsor right here. We got a South Texas ranch called El Cameo is hosting its first annual El Cameo Classic Golf Tournament on November 11th. All right. Now, that is going to be held at the beautiful Almost Basin Golf Course here in San Antonio, Texas. It's a two-man scramble, which includes your green fee, cart fee, 2 drinks of your choice, lunch meal, and others. First and second place teams will receive a cash pot prize as well as other incentives. Long drive contest, putting contest, closest to the pin, Scotty Cameron putters, gun safe, hole-in-one challenge sponsored by PGA Superstore for a chance to win $1,000 shopping spree. Reach out for more details via Instagram at El Cameo Ranch. That is El Cameo Ranch. Call or text 361-815-2303. You can also email elcameoranch@yahoo.com. Also, I'd like to say a special word out for my FOREBROS golf tour. FOREBROS, never golf alone again. All right, we got it all. We've got one of, if not the best schedules in town. The biggest payouts, the best payouts, all good, clean, wholesome fun. That's FOREBROS Golf Tour, never golf alone again. Make sure you hit us up on Unknown Golf or Facebook. All right, now it's time to bring on my special guest right here. I got Brucey, Freddy, Arnold Garcia, and right there at the bottom, I don't know how much he is really ever on the bottom, right there, Mike Ostman. How's it going, guys?
What's up, Chance?
How's it going?
Oh, man, thanks so much, guys, for filling in, man. I know, hey, just like me at a golf tournament, I'm never anybody's first choice. Oh my gosh, what is that? Is that a golf cover or what is that, Mike?
No, that's my terrier dog that I've left alone all day. So he's got to be like right next to me. So don't mind him. His name is Zeus. He'll be all right.
I guess I'll join in, boss.
There you go. Family show, you know.
Hey, you know what? The show is over before it started. God bless, man. I've got some foofy guys. You know what? Maybe that's why I really wanted you on the show. I needed some more foofiness going on.
We got to keep it diverse.
That's right. Damn, there you go. Thank you. All right, guys, before we kick things off here, man, I want to give a shout out. We had our fantasy football draft for a league that I've been in for a long time. I think the league's called That's a Shot. I think that's what it's called. We got UTSA, Dirty Scumbag. I don't know. We got like all these different names, but I'd like to thank the management team, Bo LeHue and Zeke Martinez out of Golf Club of Texas. They hosted us out there for a draft. It was an amazing time. We had a round of golf, drinks throughout the course. Then we came back in for wells and draft, food, appetizers. It was it's like the longest day ever, and not just in golf, but in fantasy football history. And you know what? I wanted to thank Bo and Zeke. And it was funny because I walk in, right? If you notice, I don't know if you can see right here.
Yeah.
All right. I walk in with the Alisation Golf Club hat, right? And Zeke goes, "Come on, bro. Really? You're going to wear an Alisation Golf Club hat in here?" And I said, "It's the only hat I got."
Oh.
Like,
yeah, you want to give me one.
And so then we're on hole 3, and I get a text from the GM, Bo LeHue. He goes, "You're not going to come up in my hood. You're not going to come up in my course rocking Alisation stuff." He's like, I got no beef with them, but if you're going to be on my course, you got to rock some of our gear. So after the round, I'm glad I was cognizant enough to go and see him, and they were able to get me outfitted with some great Golf Club of Texas gear, and it's a beautiful Travis Matthew or Mateo. I don't know how you say it, hat, but Golf Club of Texas, man, that is such a fun course, such a fun spot. And I know you like fun on the course, Mike.
That's the only reason I go out, have some fun and make other people have fun. They don't even know they want to have as much fun when they golf with me until they're already there golfing.
No, I can't golf with you though. I can't golf with you anymore.
We're together.
I can't golf. Okay, so Freddy, everybody out there, Brucey, Freddy right there in the top left-hand corner, he does not like to play with me. He played with me at Alisation at one of our the last FOREBRO event, and at a beautiful Alisation Golf Club, and he says, "Fuck, Andy, I hate playing with you. I hate playing with you because, man, you always get me out of my game. I want to play with nice, positive people."
Okay, first and foremost, Andy, you are one of my arch nemesis.
No, bro, I love you. We're best friends. We're best friends.
I mean, like, I like to trash talk, but I think I thought I could trash talk pretty good, but you know how to get in between right here, man. You just know how to poke the right buttons on me, and so you just got it for me, man. I hate giving you that, but you just do it.
Look, a wise man once said, "Never try to trash talk a small guy, because they fight with their words. They've been fighting for their life all their time.
See,
They can always
this is
trash talk."
This is what I've been trying to tell people. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm not scared of big dudes, right? Everyone's been big my whole life. Like, everyone's been big my whole life. So it's not like I have no fear, right? I have no fear of big dudes. Like, I go low because I can't go high, right? So, you know what? I'm like, big dudes don't scare me, but it's the little guys, like, because I know the pain in their eyes. I know the shit they've been through. Like, I know I've walked in their shoes, and I've walked in their size 8 shoes, Freddie, you know?
Yeah. Thanks, man. Out, man.
8.5, okay?
Yeah, it's 8.5, bro. I'm growing.
Double E. All right, guys. Hey, guys, once again, thanks so much for being on, man. I really appreciate y'all. We're going to be talking about just kind of, you know what, a lot of times people in the golf game, everybody just wants to be so nice, right? Everybody just wants to be nice. And we have to talk about, there's a big issue going around right now, and it's a drought. It's really affecting a lot of South Texas, a lot of these courses. And I have to give, kudos before we kind of kick this discussion off, is that it seems like our city courses, when we say city, it's really not city. It seems like the Alamo City Golf Trail courses, the ACGT, it seems like they're in better shape than most. I mean, Mike, you were out there at Mission today. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, unless you're somewhere where you shouldn't be, 20 yards in the rough somewhere where, normal play isn't, supposed to be at. I mean, the fairways were really good. The greens were good. They could definitely be rolled and everything, but I understand, you don't want to roll them down and cut them so short, cut them, and then you lose them with, a couple more months of summer and 100-degree weather. Who knows how long that's going to last? But I mean, I was surprised, and it's kind of been like that the last few times that I've golfed out there. I could probably say that for about a year, I didn't even want to go down there because it's either you're playing in the summer and the mosquitoes were horrible, or the course was just not in good shape. And the last 2 or 3 times that I was there, I was like, I don't even mind driving. I live on the northwest side of town. I don't even mind driving all the way down there to play. And I mean, it's great. The course layout out there for me is probably the best course layout of all the trail courses. And just to see it come back how it has is, it's awesome. I love it, especially with no courses on the south side anymore. I mean,
you know what, and this is huge right now, especially with Riverside being worked on right now, and I can't wait. We get these continually updates from Alamo City, and it's just it's amazing. It looks good, and that's a good point, man. Look, I look smart, Freddie. I look smart. I brought some smart guys that have some course knowledge out here, and Freddie,
hey,
I know you play Willow a lot. Tell me, Mike. Tell me. Hold on, Mike. Tell me, Mike. Say
no. I was like, I might have a reputation of talking a lot of smack about AGT on the forums, and I might have gotten banned on there for a year or so.
Several times.
But, after they came on the podcast, I just decided, it's not worth my energy to just point out all the bad stuff all the time. So I just kind of stopped commenting like that. But, really, I've only played, Northern Hills and Mission lately because Northern Hills is always in good shape, and with the team that they have out there, it's always going to be good. But yeah, I mean, it's been good.
Does Mike have a dog sleeping in his hoodie? It was in his pants earlier, and now it's in his hoodie. All right, and Freddie, come on, Freddie, show the one you had in your pants.
Oh man, my wife just took her.
It was a real weenie duck.
Yeah.
All right, Freddie, your thoughts. I know you frequent Willow Springs a lot, and I know you're one of the players that really takes advantage of the promos. You're like, if it's not on a promo, you're not playing.
Exactly. No, but like the only reason that I hit up Willow a lot is that it's a mutual point between where I live and where I work. So I kind of work in the Kirby area, but I live in the southwest side. So on my way back, after like let's say 4:00. I'll go ahead and it's Willow's calm. But coming from where it's come before, I know people still kind of like give it a little bit of a bad rep, but lately it's been in a lot better shape. They're doing a lot of additions. They're fixing like a lot of these creeks up. And for me, and I always try to work on hole number 2 because it's just one of the longest par 5s out there, and it stresses me out, man.
I think you can tell everybody, and you know what? It's just like clockwork, right? When we talk about Willow, I think that's one of the first things everybody says is hole 2.
I mean, and it wasn't even that bad until they put that water that's reachable off the tee, and you're like,
Yeah.
what do I do?
Okay, so remember, for a while there was a point where there was nothing there, right? It was just that huge, like kind of like crater, and yeah, and you know what? Now they put water, and now it looks nice. Yeah, it looks nice, but now you're like, oh crap, and it's a really tough hole out there for people that don't know. Out at Willow Springs Golf Course, it's just a little bit on the east side, right? A little bit east side San Antonio, and it's right across the street from the AT&T Center or Frost Bank. I don't know, whatever you want to call it now. And what Freddy was saying is that, hole number 2, and that's just, how do you play it, Freddy?
Well, I mean, again, we all know that I don't have like a strong swing, so that's what I've been
everybody knows. You don't have to remind.
Yeah, so what I've been doing lately is just trying to see, like, if I position my ball on the right side, what kind of second shot do I have? If I position myself to the left side, again, what kind of shot? But lately, I've been doing it pretty good. I've been hitting it just straight up the middle. I can't reach the water, so that's a good thing for me. So I know the water is never going to be an issue for me. But I'm usually in a good spot for my second, and I've been averaging par, and to me that's pretty good. I haven't really gotten any birdie opportunities, but I mean, like, actually put it in for like a decent bird. But pars for me is good on that hole, and pars for not being like a strong guy. I think it's pretty good.
It's not just a great score for you. It's a great score, I think, for anybody. I want to meet the people, Mike, that hit eagle on that hole. That are giving themselves eagle opportunities there.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I mean, because that green too is always fast, so there's like a par there that's a birdie. Let me just get out of there.
It's always in that hole.
That sand trap there.
Yeah, with the tree. Yeah. I think the course gets easy after that. After that hole, you're like, okay, this is good now because you got next hole birdie opportunity, a couple birdies.
That's true. You got a little bit of an open par 4, kind of open par 4. You got almost a wide open kind of par 3, and then another short par 4 after that. Yeah, I would agree with that. Even though, but you know what? A lot of times people say easy courses, like they say Buckhorn's easy, Alisation's easy. You know what? I have trouble scoring there. Like, man, I have trouble scoring there. And I'm like, how is this crap easy to you?
It's those long hitters like me off the tee that they don't go straight. So if they go left or they go right, it don't really hurt them out in the course. I love playing Buckhorn and Alice because I can just hit it anywhere and like, okay, I can still get to the green.
No, or what Mike always says, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
You got a good angle over there.
Yeah, you got a good angle. It's fine. We'll find it. You're good. It opens up. It opens up down there. And and that's the thing is, as we talk about this drought, and it's kind of it's really, really frustrating as a golfer, and for guys like us, guys that are in I say a predominant golf group that's on the rise. And I think, we're putting out a lot of good stuff, FOREBROS Golf Tour, taking no fees, giving it all back to our guys, giving them the opportunity to win whatever they put in. And we're doing something that nobody else is doing. And I don't know, I truly don't know how long we're going to be able to do that, because it's not like we are dying. It's not like the group's dying. We're only getting bigger. We're only getting stronger. People only want more and more and more. And it's really unfortunate that this is what's going on. The drought is hurting courses and causing courses to go to car path only, because they are having to protect their course. Yes. Like Landa, as of last week, or as of this past weekend, went to car path only. Unfortunately, I got invited to TPC. I got invited. Okay. All right. Hey, like Freddy always says, real talk. Real talk. I was hammered at a quinceañera the night before. One of my boys, a mutual friend of ours, Freddy, Mike Ayala, texted me, "Hey, I got an open spot for TPC. Are you in?" And I mean, I'm over here thinking like, I guess I'm in. I mean, if I can, whatever, right? So we show up. We're there 8:30 tee time, and we're there on a tee box. He says, first off, he says Canyons, and I said, dude, I didn't want to come out here for Canyons, bro. Like, get out of here, Canyons, right? And so I didn't want to play Canyons. And then next thing you know, one of our groups that played with us was in front of us. They are in the fairway of number one there at Canyons, right by JW Marriott to the left. And it's for these guys, short par 4. We see them in the middle of the fairway, and then all of a sudden we see them having to reverse out. And then I hear somebody in the group say, why are they reversing out? And I'm just like, it clicks in my mind. I had heard TPC was cart path only. And I turn and I look at the starter and I said, sir, don't tell me it's cart path only. Yes, sir. We've been cart path only for 2 weeks. And I'm just like, no.
But they don't say anything in the clubhouse.
Oh, bro, nothing in the clubhouse. Nothing
you would think
at
TPC, like, they would be pretty open. Because, I mean, you're already paying, ridiculous.
Yeah, an arm and a leg, yeah.
Yeah, and their customer service is always top notch. They're trying to keep those higher profile people there and everything too. But yeah, that's rough.
Oh shoot, man!
I think I just
crushing blow.
I just golfed with Jeff Parson today. He said he drove all the way up to Tapatio to play this last Saturday, and he got there, and then they're like, "Oh, it's cart path only," and he was just like, "Well, okay." He just left. It was just too hot, I mean, I heard some guys that like it was just like how Lambda said in their little newsletter or whatever that they put out, they understand, the stuff with the older people and the handicap, how it's going to hurt, but it's, they just got to do what they got to do to try to save the course so it doesn't spend all fall and winter being jacked up, So it kind of is what it is. And hopefully, I mean, hey, we've got a little bit of rain, that's been great, but hopefully, I don't know what's going to happen the next month or so. Hopefully it's starting to cool down.
So, Freddie, have there been any courses that you've played that would you say is doing well during this drought right now?
Well, yeah, like I said, I mean, I always talk well about Alice Station. I mean, of course, I think y'all were there. Like again, I try to ask questions when I'm out there. Like I try to make friends. I talk and I ask, like, hey, like, how often do y'all water? Where do y'all get your water?
You talk too much. You're right. Yeah. You do. You talk too much.
Oh, thanks, Sandy. Appreciate it, man. But like again, and I've always I try to dig into it and like, hey, like, where are you getting your water from? Are you getting it from San Antonio water system? Are you getting it from certain areas? And of course, I get different answers. But again, some courses don't have excuses, and other courses have excuses. And I can't understand why certain courses have excuses when these courses that are looking good are having no excuses. I know.
Yeah, Al Station's been looking good. I mean, I'm telling you, like, Fort Sam we played out there this last weekend, and people want to say they don't get the same amount of traffic and everything that the trail courses, and that's right. But I mean, for what it is, man, it was looking great. It was awesome. And I don't think they're going to have to go to cart path only. And I think it has to do with a schedule of when they aerate, when they don't, when they top dress, and then when it was a lot of this drought in the beginning, they didn't do a whole lot of watering, but they had their whole sprinkler system all fixed and everything. And now they're able to, do a lot of watering, and it's great out there.
I think it is though, but I know we know the guys. We know Robert Vasquez, we know Brandon Ellis, man. But those guys are like solid golf people, like just in the game, right? And I think Fort Sam, like I always take Freddy over there. Freddy's my date over there because they give us a good rate, a couple's rate. It's kind of like going to the strip club, where you get that little, you get that $5 steak and shrimp or $5.99 steak and shrimp, and couples get in free, and so that's why Robert
father and son discount.
It's daddy and daddy discount. That's what
I think that's where you can see the interaction that they have even on social media. That when you have golf people who are in charge, that are actual golfers and are out there interacting with the members or with the green fee holders or whatever, and they're communicating, it just makes that connection with the course that much more enjoyable. And maybe it's because I haven't met those people at the different courses minus Northern Hills, but I don't see a lot of that connection. You only interact with the person at the desk, and that's it. There's not a whole lot of interaction on the course or that get to know. And granted, I get it. I'm one person in a city of 2 million or whatever, but I would say I golf 4 or 5 times a week, and I know all the courses and everything. But to not have that interaction with, the people that are there taking care of the course or, making it a good experience for you, I think it goes a long ways. And I think that's where Fort Sam, Randolph, sheesh, that course was always awesome. So, and that just helps that customer service.
And I think too, Freddie, you said it, the people there at Alice Station are so friendly, and, people are like, oh, well, you say nothing but good things. But I'm like, it's just, these are things that we remember and like, it's kind of burned into our brain.
Yeah. And like, I'm a big believer in like referrals, man. And it's like if I'm gonna go out there and they treat me well and I have a good time out there, well then I'm gonna go ahead and refer it out to everybody else and I'll tell my friends like, hey, have you played Atlas Station lately? Or no, like, well, why? What's so good about it? Well, how Mike said, well, customer service. I mean, you want to go somewhere where you're appreciated, not just as a golfer, but as an actual person. You know what I mean? And so I mean, if they as long as they do that for me, I'm gonna keep on sending referrals out there.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, you know what, we had our issues with Golf Club of Texas, but you give me free merch, you know what, I'm your best again. I'm gonna say good things about you, and especially if you're not in the clearance rack, because that's normally where when courses like to give me stuff. Hey, this is what we got in the clearance rack. Help yourself to $5 off, right? And, and right here, there you go. Here you go, right here. From Jeremiah, Mike's dog cries as much as he does. Oh, man. There you go. It started, right? It was.
I don't want to hear anything because I went to a money game today that Maya set up, and he was the only one not there today. So
see, okay,
he's first in points.
Yeah, but he's first in points.
Hey, there we go. So Freddie, do you think that he should get points deducted?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you're setting up these games and you're promoting it and then like, for example, I'll go support, I'll like it, and the first thing he does is comment, hey Freddie, when are you gonna come out and play with us? Like, hey bro, I just like the page. Just let me like it, man.
hey, okay. So you know what? And maybe that's why something drew me into both of you to have you on tonight. I wanna talk some crap about my buddy who was supposed to be on because we have this big golf tournament. Freddie plays in it every year. Mike, you always donate to it. I'm hoping to get you on as a team this year for Putting for Pops. The chairman, the leader of our group was supposed to be on tonight, but he said, no, man, something came up. And I say, you know what, dude, lose my number. I'm off the tournament committee. I'm taking my people to elsewhere for putting for pets, putting for pound puppies. That's where I'm taking my teams, right? And there you go. Look, Freddie just looks at golf. and so okay, so Freddie is a good hype man on social media, right? Like he likes everything.
Hey,
he's like,
I'm the same way.
He likes everything. And that's what I'm saying. Okay, and then there's you, Mike. Whenever I ride with you, you are just like the most positive hype man. And you know what? I need some toxicity. I need like the toxic lifestyle like around me. Like y'all are just too positive. I mean, you're like Magic. Y'all are like Magic Johnson. Y'all are like two Magic Johnsons.
Yes,
that's how positive y'all are.
Women like bad boys, and you want a bad boy, right?
Yes.
There's a high school girl that I love bad boys. Like
that's what I need, right? But the thing is, and it kind of works. It's muscle menace, right? It works one way or the other. And I think Mike gets me. He's like, hey, I got some shots. Let's take some shots. And I'm like, no. And then after 18, no. and then same thing goes with Freddie. It's just like, it's a good time as always had, even though he's always trying to beat me. And I'm like, bro, I'm nothing. Like, stop trying to beat me. Like, don't worry about me. Worry about you. Dang, yeah. Yes, I do. Andy loves to be taken. Yeah, I do. You know what? I do. I'm just searching out there. I just want somebody to hug me.
I like playing with Andy. I mean, I look at Andy like playing with, and it's good company too, because he can talk smack and he don't take it personal. But like,
no, it does. I do take it. It hurts. I cry myself.
I know I don't take it personally. You might, but I know, like, because you're like that person. Like when I went to basic training right after high school, and I was like 6'2", 150. I was a skin and bones kid, and my stepdad at the time told me just find someone that looks like it. Weaker than you, and if he can do it, you can do it. And I just see Andy right there, and I'm like, I got this.
If I see somebody weaker than me,
yeah, don't give up. If that guy that you think you're better than him, don't give up. You don't give up. And where I am today. So,
no, and I think that's the thing too. And I think that's one thing. And I know Freddie, you've played with different groups. Mike, you've played with different groups. I have, and I mean groups within FOREBROS. I think it's like I'm not going to say I've ever been like in a bad pairing. And how rare is that, right? I mean, how rare is that, like in a golf group, or just like a bunch of guys? Like sometimes you're like, when you might be with one of your best friends, you're like, dude, I cannot stand being out here. And just guys that I recently met, Jordan Zapata, I play with. I think his name is Mike. He plays a lot with David. De La Garza, or I can't remember the last name, but I played with him. Mike, he's another. Hey, everybody, Mike is in the freaking military. You know, he's got a mustache. You know,
Yeah.
I played with him, and these guys. I mean, it was great. Like we had a great
and the
freaking
thing
time.
is, it's for how big FOREBROS is too. You know, we always have 40, 50, 60, 70 people in a group, and you don't know who you're going to get paired up with. And for it to never have a bad, you know, I think the whole time I've been on the board a couple of years now, maybe we've had one or two issues with one person, maybe that has come to, you know, to our attention, but like to be able to play with that many different people that you don't know and not have a bad time, you know, just speaks wonders about how we handle the group and everything.
Yeah. And see, and like, as far as me, like, I like playing with different people. Cause like, I guess like I've been myself, like my own spokesperson for the group. So I kind of like want to go out there, meet new people, talk about FOREBROS and like all the experiences. So especially like new people. So then like as soon as I meet them, I'll get messages like, "Hey man, are you gonna play at this tournament, man? Hey, do you think we can pair up together? Hey, can we even pair up together? And hey man, good time." And so I kind of like that. But the thing with Andy is that every time I play with Andy, I shoot horrible. When I don't play with Andy, I shoot low. And then he does this little silent, "Hey man, like why do you shoot low without me, but then you shoot high with me?" But he does like low key, like I guess like he's at that father, like every kid wants to impress, but then they try to impress him and all they want is a little bit of validation. I just want like, "Hey Andy, like hey Brucey, good job." Andy never gives it to me.
Psychological warfare all the time.
There you go. He's good at it.
I always want to keep you wanting.
Yeah.
See, you want my validation. You know what? Hey, you know what? You seem like an only child. Like an only child. I know, but you act like one. You act like one. Because I'm an only child. So I mean, I know what an only child acts like. All right. So right here. Okay, Jeremiah makes a great point here. I kicked Brucey out of FOREBROS 1 and FOREBROS 2, and he's still here with us. This is true.
Wow.
This I mean, is it not true, Freddy? Is it not?
Nah,
true?
he was. But again, for everyone, for different reasons. Different reasons.
Maya's kicked more people out of FOREBROS.
You know what? And we've had a talk with him. You know what?
He's gotten better. He's gotten better.
Here we go. Brucey has low standards.
Oh, God.
Oh man. Did you hear everything get quiet? Damn.
Awkward.
Hey, you know they say the truth hurts, right? The truth hurts, Freddy. Okay, all right. So enough about Freddy. All right. So as we kind of get back to the courses here in town, you know what, you hear many courses they're starting to do certain things so they don't have to go to car path only. You know, they're keeping the greens like you said, Mike. They're keeping the greens a little bit higher, right? You know what, they might roll true, but they're slower, and they're trying to limit. I heard certain courses are like they're going like car path only like every other hole or something like that. That's what somebody said the other day. And I give these courses credit because you know what? They're still they're raking in the cash. Like courses they're not stopping. Like it is not stopping.
Yeah,
and I know that's out there,
keep bringing it in.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, we talk about some of these courses here in town. I think maybe what's one of the courses that each of y'all have that may be kind of like that gem that you would think maybe people don't, and we might have mentioned it already, that people don't maybe frequent as much, or that low key doesn't get their props. I mean, we might have even said it, but you know what? For y'all personally, Brucey, go for it.
Like for me, Mike said it, like Mission. Like again, everybody was always talking about the bad things about Mission, and lately, like it's been one of the good ones on the trails, and now it's coming back up, and so I'm a big fan of it. And again, it's real close to me now because I'm on the southwest side of town, So I think that one was getting bad reps because of the mosquitoes, because of where it was at, because of everything. And then now with Riverside being gone and the course getting up, I think it's getting back to where it need to be. And for me, that's just my opinion.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And Mosquito del Lago. There you go.
Yeah, you see stuff like that. Yeah.
Mosquito del Lago. There it is.
Yeah.
In the words of tag team.
Yeah.
There it is.
I think for me, I mean, the course that doesn't get enough props.
Hold on real quick, Mike. Hold on real quick. We got a great comment right here we have to read. No, it's not your favorite. Because you live in Alice.
Oh, God.
You live in Alice, Bruce. Live from Alice, Texas. It's Bruce. It's Brucey. It's Brucey.
Yeah.
That's Jacob Munoz. All right. Okay. So again, Mike, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this. Jacob Munoz is one of those guys that you talk about drip. He's got all the Roback stuff. He loves the golf hat.
Oh, yeah.
He likes to see everything. And I told him today, I said, bro, are you going to play with us anytime soon? Like you're about to lose your standing. Like, I mean, within the group, you know, like, I mean, like you look like a golfer, you talk like a golfer, you act like a golfer, but do you even golf?
He's got the best stash in Texas.
He does. And you know what? But you can only sit on your laurels for so much. And that's what he's doing. I think he's not getting that mustache any exposure.
Yeah, he definitely deserves more airtime.
All right, Mike, go for it, Mike.
No, I think the course that's probably least played and least talked about, that is one of the best courses in all of San Antonio, is Randolph.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know if there's still this stigma that you have to be military in order to play there, which you don't. You can get a pass to get on post, and it's really, you know, you get right off 1604 right there and go in the back gate, and it's right there. And I mean, that course is, you know, top notch, phenomenal. Like, you're not going to find, and it's not just here in San Antonio. I mean, it's one of the top courses, I think, in all the military courses around the U.S. And I've been, you know, at Gordon Lakes in Augusta, Georgia. I've been in Hawaii, and that course sticks up with all of them. I mean, just always in great shape. And if you haven't played it, man, you're missing out, really, because I mean, it's cheaper than, even for a civilian rate, I think it's still cheaper than Alamo Golf Trail rates. And I think they start their twilight at like 2:00. You can definitely get 18 holes in still. And it's awesome. You look at them greens that they have when they're in, you know, pristine shape, and it's just, they're just like Northern Hills. They're fast. They're perfect condition. It's awesome. And they have water on the course. A lot of tough little tight holes on there.
Oh, dude, that's a hard definite, man. That's a hard definite right there. I was hoping you wouldn't say it because it's such a gem. I got my dogs barking over here in the background. They're pissed off at me because you had your Chihuahua and Freddy. I don't know what that thing was.
Mini poodle. It's a mini poodle.
I know. A mini poodle. All
Talking right, smack about my dog.
So Randolph is I think that's kind of like a real gem, because first off, it's got that stigma that people cannot get on. You hit it. You said it exactly, Mike. And then you always kind of hear, I've had Dave Roberts on the show, and Dave Roberts, you know, he's in charge of promoting and growing golf in the military world, right? You always hear these things that, you know, it's the officer, right? It's the officer's course. It's the commander's course. So the commander there is a big golfer, so money is allotted more to the budget and everything, and it's just it's picturesque there, right? It's the scenery, because you're there by the runway. You see the stealth, you see the whatever. I don't want to say the plane, the jet fighter's wrong or whatever, but you see him take off
nonstop.
It's freaking beautiful. It's amazing. You feel like you're at Miramar. You feel like you're at Top Gun, right? You feel like Maverick was about to go, drive by in his freaking Kawasaki Ninja and his bomber, right? And it's beautiful, but the course is in great shape. There's water on it. It's challenging, and man, it's not expensive. It's not pricey. It doesn't gouge your eyes out.
Yeah, and honestly, I love it because Jeremiah plays it horribly. I believe he might have left right after the Randolph Open Club Championship there. I think he took like a 9 or a 12 or something on the last hole.
Anytime, right. Anytime. So I think Freddy, right? It was you and me, right? Then the first time we met Maya is when we played with them at Utopia. Had you met him before?
Not. I had never heard of him just until I
never heard of him. He was just the guy that picked us up.
Yeah, he was just a friend of another friend.
Okay, so we had never met Jeremiah, right? We had never met Maya, and the first time we met him, he drove us to Utopia. We got
COVID year.
COVID, right? So the city was like shut down. The city courses shut down, or you couldn't ride. That was the big thing. You couldn't ride. People were getting was it? I heard in Rebecca Creek, people were on the tee box.
I was at Rebecca Creek that week that they closed the trail courses, and I was like, what am I doing right now?
And so, I mean, we're over here, we're fiending. We're like, hey man, you know where to golf? You know, it's like we're on the street corners. We're over here. We're looking for some, right? We're looking for some. And then sure enough, you know, we get invited to go and say, hey, we're going to go to Utopia. We heard they have carts out there. And so we're like, right, Freddy? We're like, hey,
let's do it.
Hey, in the words of Freddy, come on.
Come on.
And so we go to Utopia. It was raining, and I was like, "This shit, I don't want to be freaking playing raining." I think I was wearing pants. Like, it was the worst, right? It was the worst. And the course was, I mean, because of the movie Utopia, 7 Days in Utopia, the pro shop was great, right, Freddie? The pro shop, the awesome guy that worked there,
hospitality,
yeah, it was great. Course was horrible, like horrible.
In my backyard.
No, I think your backyard was better.
Oh,
I think your backyard was better. And then, but you know, and then so we're playing with one of our friends was there, Jeremiah, and then that's the first time we also met Chewy and Day Day.
Yeah,
and they're sharing one bag. Day Day, I think was he like 14, right?
Something
I guess
like
he's a freshman, 13, 14. And this dude was out driving us. They were sharing one bag, and it was kind of annoying because they were out playing us, and it was just like. I didn't know that Day Day and Chewy were like the best, like one, like father-son tandem.
Father-son team, yeah.
Yeah, like I never will play those guys, especially for money. They've taken enough money from me, and they make it seem like they're really cool about it because they're such nice guys.
Yeah, such nice guys, man. But yeah, dude, that was exciting. And who was in teams? Was it me and you in teams?
I think so.
Was it me and you in teams?
Because we got our ass kicked. Yeah, so it was definitely us.
Yeah, that's when I found out like who Maya really was.
Nobody still knows who Maya really is.
Yeah,
he has multiple different faces.
And it all depends. It all depends if he's had his medication or not, right?
I also during COVID, so we played Rebecca Creek, and I was like, oh, this is so crazy. And then another one, you know, kind of outside the city, that's a pretty good hidden gem that they redid was Flying L.
Oh, it's not open yet.
Oh, is it still closed?
Okay. They've been working on that thing for like 3 years now, dude. It's already gone through 2 owners. There's been about $5 million been put into that place out in Bandera, Flying L. But one thing I did not like about them is during the COVID time, they were bumping up their prices crazy because of COVID, right? But excuse me, but Jeremiah and I, we went to go play a 2-man. They used to have like the sweetest little honeypot tournament. It's a 2-day tournament, 2-man. I think the first day is a scramble, and then the second day is a shamble where you both drive. Yeah, you pick the best drive.
Oh yeah, and then you play in from there.
You play your own ball from there, right? Yeah. And so, like the first day we played out there, man, dude, this is when I was 30 pounds lighter. I was loving myself. You know, I was a much different person. All right. Much different person. Yeah. I was super confident in my stroke, everything. Right. And so we go 1 under that day. And Maya's like, hey, dude, we need to chill out. You know, we should have shot a little bit worse so we can get in a different, you know, pool or whatever. So then they have a Calcutta that night. They have a little party that night. And we're out there, you know, we're staying in these little cabins out there. Yeah. And we took our family out there and everything. And somebody buys us for like $900. And we're like, damn, because they said people come into town just to do
the
Calcutta, right? So there's so much cash in that Calcutta. And we're like, I was like, man, you know, what standard is, you know, whoever buys the team gives you the opportunity to buy it for half, right? Buy it for half. And which is what we did. And the next day, like, I don't play the best, but I don't play horrible. Maya, like, just shits the bed.
Oh, no.
And afterwards he's just like, I mean, I got Chewy's like behind him, like showing him how to swing like the club. Like, man, he's behind him. He's
on day 2.
Yeah. and it was just, you know what? And he had to drive me back in. We had to stop at Dairy Queen, and this is where the whole Dairy Queen thing happened. This is where the dip cone, the infamous first dip cone happened, and it was a big dip cone. And there you go. Look, my dark times in my life. and you know what? I'd never seen a man so happy after that dip cone.
And you knew from there you guys were going to be best.
Oh no, like I knew it. Like I was like, oh man, this guy is my brother. Like he's it's like twins, you know. I'm Danny DeVito, he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
but like I'm a good like in good shape Danny DeVito, and he's like a bad.
I don't know if I would ever hear anyone say that he's the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. But he's like an out of shape Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm like a really good in shape Danny DeVito, if that makes sense.
Yeah, interesting.
Compared to Danny DeVito.
Okay. And you have hair. And you.
All right, guys. So one of the other topics that I brought you along right here, and it's going around. I made a couple posts about it. Is the good old Ryder Cup? Oof. And tell me, how invested are y'all in the Ryder Cup every year it happens?
For me, I love the Ryder Cup. Yeah. I mean, honestly, besides going to the Masters, I think the Ryder Cup is the place to be. Just the energy and just the back and forth. Like, there's some smack talking going on, getting the crowd going. Like, that is it. And honestly, like, for the last year or so, it's been kind of hard for me to watch PGA Tour events, just because in the beginning, when the whole live stuff happened and just the animosity, it kind of just turned me off of it. And I didn't even watch a lot of the live stuff either. But when the Ryder Cup comes on, I'm just like, man, let's go. And I was excited that they at least took Brooks Koepka.
Oh, hell yeah.
On the Ryder Cup.
Yep.
I could have saw maybe Dustin Johnson on there as a possible thing, but really I thought the picks were pretty okay, minus Justin Thomas. But I mean, that's just me. I think he kind of turned me off.
I think it's everybody, Mike. I don't think it's just you. I think everybody's on that same boat where they're questioning JT and well, I mean the boys club, but I'll let Andy lead into it more. But
no, boys club, go for it. It's all you. It's all
like,
you.
Again,
bro.
like I've been reading up on it, and like again, I follow it, and I understand like if somebody does good at a certain event, like if I knew Andy played good at a certain event, and well, Andy, you're gonna come with me all the time, but then at the same time, it would have to be like, hey, well, does Andy really deserve going to this one event, especially for how big of an event it is? You're playing for your country, you're playing for a lot more, but it's just like, hey, I know you've done good there, but it's like, hey, man, like you didn't really deserve it. You didn't really qualify, way in the bottom of the totem poles.
And that's where I kind of see it too, because it's like, he has done good in the Ryder Cup, and his record in there in the President's Cup is awesome, but he's played horrible this year. So I mean, really, this is like a make or break. It could be, he's excited that he made the team, and we can look back on his record and everything. But if he goes out there and stinks it up, it could kind of be one of those make or break things for moving on and getting picked. So he's got to have a lot of pressure on him.
And this is and I put this picture up right here, and to get for those people out there that maybe do not understand what we're talking about right here, is that the captain's picks, right? These were the captain's picks, that guys that did not qualify per their PGA or per the tour standards. He selected Colin Morikawa, Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Sam Burns, Brooke Koepka of Live Golf, and Ricky Fowler. I think nobody can argue Colin Morikawa. Nobody can argue Jordan Spieth or Ricky Fowler, who's been a resurgence, and it's been lovely to watch Ricky Fowler's resurgence, because he is just one of the best dudes, and I think he's the only one currently keeping Cobra alive, right? Cobra and Puma alive in the game of golf, and he's just such a good guy. But Sam Burns is a bit questionable, and Justin Thomas, JT, who had a horrible season, didn't even qualify for the tour, the playoffs. Yeah, the tour playoffs. And so I think that has been maybe one of the biggest kind of things. And one of our boys, right, Jonesy, right, Chris Jones out in Georgia. One thing that he made a big point is that, he's got to go bring somebody in that he knows and that has been clutch and is the new Captain America, or our generation's Captain America. And I said, well, as a coach, you always have to kind of like, you kind of have to create an environment that maybe might be better for all, right? And I think JT was maybe like JT too. He lobbied so hard for this position. He had never been to Zach Johnson's benefit golf tournament, and you know what? He was over there front and center, signing autographs, shaking hands, shaking babies, kissing hands. He was doing all of that stuff, and so he was trying to make sure that you know how it is, right? When you see that girl at the club, hey, you're always in their line of sight, you're always in their vision, right? You're always,
that's
hey.
my move.
Exactly, right? You're always making them aware of you. And I think he kind of did this maybe for everybody else on the squad.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, you can go back and I see, the boys club standpoint and everything. And I think it is kind of like that, and I kind of disagree. I think, Sam Burns is an up and coming. I mean, that dude is awesome. What he did at the Masters, both of the 2 years that he's played there. I mean, you have to get in some of them newer, younger guys who hadn't had that experience so that they can have that experience moving forward. And if you got to take one or maybe two of them guys that are, still, I think Sam Burns was right close to the top 10 player. But I think, and I could have seen Cameron Young right in there. I think Cameron Young is a beast, man.
That's who I have written down. I have Cam Young. I got Keegan Bradley. I even got Bryson. I don't know, man.
I mean, Bryson didn't do good last year, and I'm the biggest Bryson fan there is. I love Bryson.
Yeah,
and I mean, he's been doing good as of late, but I think Cam Young or Keegan Bradley even should have been.
What I was hearing too was that like you want to get that camaraderie, right? You want to get that like, hey, like if me and Andy play well all the time. I mean, every time me and Andy play together, I'm using as an example, of course, but and I get that, like I really do, and I see JT playing good with Jordan, or I see him playing good with somebody. But at the end of the day, too, it's like, hey, it's not just like an average Joe tournament that you're just going on a weekend. It's like, hey, like you're trying to like you're going out there and you're playing for your country, and it's like it's gonna raise some question marks, and it's like that puts a lot of pressure on Zach, because if they win. And JT is part of that, like where his score was part of the winning decision, then hey, way to go, Zach. Yeah. But if it was one of those where they lost and they lost bad, the first thing they're going to come to is, why did you take JT?
Well, and the thing is we're playing over there across the pond now. We haven't won over there in how long?
30 years.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. So that's why I'm saying this could be a make or break, not just for Justin Thomas, but also Zach Johnson too.
Yeah.
Look,
Zach Johnson's really nice, and like I always give guys. Like I always like to follow guys that give me time before a certain situation happened to me at the Valero, right, this past year, who like to give me time right after the round. And Zach Johnson was really kind enough to give me some time after the previous year. He didn't come this year. He didn't come this past year, but he came the previous year to the Valero Texas Open, and he was nice enough to give me some time. And so I always root for him. Right here, Scott Williams. Nobody puts JT in the corner. Scott, you know what? Oh, man, some people thrive in the corner, though. Some people thrive.
You got to look at the whole aspect of it, too, because, I mean, really, it's a huge team aspect. And having that, that camaraderie and that, connection to be playing with Spieth or whatever and knowing how to play, and that's where I think Bryson kind of didn't excel at, because he's kind of awkward, he's a little weird, kind of like me, but his game is a lot different than everyone else's, kind of like mine.
But lately Bryson's been hot, like he shot that 58, and
I'm telling you,
it's kind of like
he's on it.
Okay, word on the street is these courses are a joke that Liv is playing on, right? These courses are a joke, bro.
They're not a joke.
I mean, Freddy and I won't shoot great on him, but Mike, you might, right? Right here.
Maybe from the Reds.
Right here, from Jacob Munoz. Bryson and Bradley, you didn't hear shit, Freddy.
Wow. Damn.
No, those courses are still, I mean, they're still playing 7,200-yard courses, 7,300-yard courses. I mean, the end of the day, I think that tournament where Bryson did shoot that 58, the course conditions weren't the greatest. They might have had improved lies or whatever, but still, you got to shoot a 58. Like that putt he made on 18 was in the pouring rain.
Sick.
I was like,
that was sick, dude.
Yeah.
That was like stuff like that happens in movies, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to go to there's a tournament in October in Miami, Live Miami. I'm gonna head down there for that. It just looks like it's a party. I can't wait to experience it.
Oh, dude. Hey, take me with you right here. EJ, Efrain, in the rain. Damn, I know that was a legit putt right there. So
I've been watching a lot of his YouTube videos too, where he played Phil and then a couple of these other ones. And I mean, he is smashing that driver, and it's straight now. He figured it out. Whatever he did, he figured out something, and it's. Man,
hey, what's y'all's take on Lucas Glover?
That he had swamp ass. That he had gacho ass swamp ass. Okay,
He's
hold on.
Got to get a clothing sponsor.
All right, no. Check this out. So, okay, I'm just like, all right. So, luckily enough, when I went in March to San Diego, I had the privilege of playing with Matt Janella, formerly of the Golf Channel, who's has an amazing podcast called the Fire Pit Collection, right? Well, the owner of John Ashworth Golf Clothing, and the owner of Link Soul, and the proprietary owner of the course we played out, Goat Hill, is John Ashworth. I played with him, right? And it hurt me to see that's what type of shirt Lucas Glover was wearing.
Oh man,
Link Soul. But you know what? So I don't know. I didn't see that if they were Link Soul pants. Like, that's not something I saw, and they said a lot of guys were suffering from swamp ass. And I'm like, but dude, these guys these guys are millionaires. And homeboy was sweating it up. Here we go. Like this right there. 2 words. I think it's really 1 word. I think it's 1 word. Dry fit.
Yeah.
Or it's moisture wick, right? Moisture wick. I think even Freddy, where we go shopping at Ross, where you dress, where you dress for more. All right, you dress. It's less for more, right? You pay less for more, and I think even they have better moisture wick crap. It's what is it? The 360 Grand Slam?
Don't knock it, bro. Don't knock it, man.
That's right.
With the cricket, I go put Nike symbols on it.
There you go. No, right there. It's not okay. No, I know their motto is dress for less, but I say it's less for more. Am I right, Freddie? Am I right, Mike?
I mean, I walk
more
out
for less.
I have a small size. I have a small size, so I get those good deals.
Yeah.
No, man. And so like that was just like, gosh, I mean, I think about him and I'm like, man, he got hot, but maybe he got hot a little too late, right?
Yeah.
And he got hot a little too late. And winning 2 tournaments here, does it validate him for a spot? Maybe if he did it like a month or 2 ago.
Yeah,
because that's what Wyndham did, right? That's what Wyndham Clark did.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of won 2 tournaments kind of recent together, and so.
Well, I think those tournaments he won too were worth more points in the FedEx standings or whatever too, so that boosted him up where he was in that automatic qualifying. Because that's how he got in, didn't he? The automatic.
Yeah, no, I mean they racked up the automatic points, and I think the United States squad is like so legit. It's so legit. And I think, they always talk about, does the course fit like the certain players, right? And, they said like this course, I know the course that they're playing there in Rome, it's not super tight, but it's not going to, it's not just for the bombers. And so it's going to be a little bit different. And I hope, I pray we go in there and we clean house. I pray that the United States goes and just shows up and shows out so that this is all just kind of chatter.
Yeah, and like this is the only time I don't like Rory. Like
I love Rory, though, but you're right.
I know, but this
is the
time that because his chest kind of rises up a little bit, and he's like he feels like he leads the Europeans. And
hey, if they don't got Ian Poulter on there, then they're done, man. I love Poulter. I don't like him, but how he gets in the Ryder Cup,
Poulter guy,
Poulter, and
I
got a list.
Okay. So right here, somebody said this today in one of the comments that JT is like the United States Ian Poulter.
Yes.
And that maybe might not play like good all year, but you put him in this team setting, match play setting, great rah-rah guy, great team player, great partner player. And it gets you fired up. And I'm like,
get under the skin of the other.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I guess, okay. You know what, Mike, you're one of the most like you could be like, if nobody knew you, people could say like that you could pass for a guy of color, right? Because you're hip, you're wise to the game, you get along with everybody, right? You're not like your typical like just like white guy. You're not. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to diss anybody, but you know what? You're very, very friendly, get along with everybody. You dress like you're in the hip hop world, hey, you dress like Jay-Z, right? Am I right, Freddy? Like you dress like DJ Khaled out there on the course. And so I think I think this team's missing a little color.
Yep, it's pretty white.
It's
pretty white.
I think it's missing a little color. You know, I mean,
But I mean,
throw that token colored golfer out there.
If you're going to look at, who kind of was up there to qualify with Tiger not playing, I mean, Tony Finau maybe, but I mean, he starts out great, and then he gets to the 3M up there in Minnesota where he always competes, and then from there, I don't know what happened, but he kind of just fell off. Those last few tournaments, he was not anywhere near contention. So, but I mean,
I agree with you there.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of tough right now in golf,
golf
in the U.S. as far as, not colored people, not white people on the tour that qualify for them. I mean, a lot of them went to the Live Tour.
You got Harold Varner third, And I think that's one thing, because I have covered a little bit of the APGA. And, man, you see some good golfers there. You see some good golfers. And, it's funny. You see some white golfers there on the Minority Golf Tour, right? You see some white golfers there, and I'm like, hey, it's like the Spider-Man thing. Like, what? It's like, who are you, And so I guess that's one thing, too, is you always want to know, where's that next, I guess, Anglo-American. Yeah, I think that's the thing, too. You got Tony Finau, who's of Samoan, Tongan descent. And it's just with the Mexican guys, there's no Mexican American guys. They're all from Mexico, or they're from Chile, or they're from Colombia.
Nah, you got that one that's from San Antonio that played out there at Oak Hills. I mean, he can still qualify.
But he's still from Mexico. He's Mexican. He's from Mexico.
He went to the Valley, from what I heard. I mean, he's a.
There you go.
Yeah.
I know, man.
Which high school was it, Andy?
Wait, hold on. Are you trying to trick me? Hey, it's a Sherryland.
Sherryland. Yeah.
All right, go Rattlers.
There you go.
That's where my wife graduated from. My brother-in-law, they were classmates, and my brother-in-law can't give me an interview with him. And you know what? And my wife told me we need to go to my brother-in-law's on Sunday to go watch Florida State play. And I'm like, I'm not going over there. Your brother has not got me an interview with his college, his high school buddy. Abe Answer. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. So right here. So we say we are minorities here in San Antonio. Oh, Scott Williams. That's true, Scott. I know, but Scott, I know you love your Mexicans. I know you do.
Just like me.
There you go. That's right. All right, guys. So one of the things right here, guys, is we kind of finish things off here and we wrap up. What's maybe some of the right here, Scott Williams. I love them all. And Scott, that's why I rock with you, Scott. Scott is probably one of the coolest guys out there. I mean, he's just same thing. You wouldn't know what color he is if you didn't see a picture of him or whatever. He's just one of the best dudes out there. A hell of a golfer, older guy. God bless. I can't wait. I want to play like old Dick Salinas, right? He's a hell of a golfer. He doesn't practice. He just goes out there. He lights them bullets. He's smoking cigarettes, just throws it out real quick, goes up there, very few practice swings. And I'm like, dude, just cranks it.
I like to put him with Sergio so he can speed Sergio up too, because he's the fastest golfer.
Man, I know.
It was a little rough today after Sergio. I think the Rudy and them, they teed off before Sergio. They were done 4 holes before Sergio.
No. Well, Freddy's a slow player too.
What? I don't take no practice swings. I mean, you can tell from my score, right?
Okay, but you know what? When he goes up to let's say he's got a chip. Let's say he's 30 out, right, in the fairway, or maybe on the side of the green or whatever. Right? He takes 6 clubs, 4 towels, and he goes up there. He's got one in his back pocket, one in his front pocket. Am I right, Freddy? You have a lot of towels.
I'm just like Lucas Glover. I'm gonna call Lucas and say, hey, wherever you buy your clothes from, let me know, because I sweat a lot too, man. My wife goes, what were you at, swimming or what?
Hey, that's not funny, bro. Were you swimming the Rio Grande? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? All right, guys. So as we kind of wrap things up, here, maybe what is one of the victories that you've had lately in regards to golf, or in regards to the golf course? When I say victories, maybe I did this better, or this happened better, or what?
Man, I'm in a dark place right now.
Damn. Okay, let's play. Let's go 5-5-5 tomorrow. I'm ready.
Hey, my handicap is almost there. I'm almost ready to do that. I went 10-10-10 with Rudy and another guy today, and it was not good. But I mean, honestly, I'm just trying to mentally get in a good place to where like I'm okay with shooting bad, and that's very hard for me because
I'm okay with
even though I try to be a positive person, lately it's been really bad because I feel like I'm practicing, I'm doing great when in my practice sessions, and then I get out there and I'm just like, well, what is going on? But just trying to get the mental side of golf for me is just you can go out there and have fun, and I guess it all kind of just depends on who you're playing with too. But that's really what I'm looking at and trying to work on. It's really been helping.
Yeah. As far as me, same thing, Andy. I've been in a dark place. Also, I've had some horrible scores lately.
I want you to stay there. I mean,
yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that.
It was even so bad that I went down to my hometown and I thought I could get some money down there, and I actually ended up losing down there. But I guess one of the good things that I've gotten is I've gotten close to my nephew to where he's playing a lot, but he's taking some of my stuff where he's taking bets, and he's just out there, and he'll send me screenshots of cash apps, all of his friends sending him cash apps, $5 here, $7 there.
Hey, that's FOREBROS material right there, bro.
It's just like, what have you created over here? And I'm just like, dude, sorry, bro. And so I guess like it's like a kind of a good thing for me, but at the same time, I'm like, man, like he shouldn't be doing that. Like, but I want to go back to just go out there and have fun.
Come on, man.
He's 15.
Oh, that's funny. He's 2 or 3 years behind already.
Hey, Mike, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
I remember when I first started, we were playing for quarters. I'd be like, give me them quarters, bro. I got so excited to win $1.25.
Hey, the funny thing is, Mike, my dad and my uncles, that's still what they're playing. They're like, hey, 25-cent skins. And I was like, 25. I was like, dude, you've been playing 25-cent skins for like since the 80s, bro, since I was alive.
I'm telling you. So I used to run a golf group at Fort Sam, and I still golf with them when we don't golf on Saturdays. And you get in some of the group and they'll literally just play for quarters. And I'm like, these are like retired sergeant majors, guys that are making bank, and they're playing for quarters. And I'm just like, man, and they're complaining like, no, that's not a gimme. I'm like, what is going on, bro? But yeah, it's crazy.
But I'm just like, dude, like still like, and so my dad and I, we bet, and I have to give him 5 strokes. So the past several years has been 5 strokes on the front, 5 strokes on the back. But what he likes to say is, hey, give me 5 strokes on the front, and after 9, ¿sabes qué?
We'll adjust.
We'll readjust. We'll readjust. And I said, no, we're not going to readjust because I want your $2.35. Like I want your money. Whatever you have in your pocket, that's what I want. He pulls out a sack of Juia. He's got 1 crumbled up dollar, and he's got like some freaking pesos in there. And I'm like, whatever you have, give me that damn lent too. I want that damn lent, boy. I'll take that shit.
And Mike, Andy's not lying. Like I'm telling you, man, like I've lost like $2 to him, and I'm like, it's nothing.
It's the principle.
Nah,
right,
he'll send me a message.
Yeah,
hey, don't forget, you stole me $2,
bro.
I'm like, bro, really?
Mike, is it not the principle,
Freddie? It's the principle.
It's the principle of it all.
I've had Jeremiah send me a Cash App request for $1. I'm like, what are you talking about right now? Like, get out of here.
See, okay, so that's one thing too. Is that the most important thing I think is that you at least make it square, right? Like I know one time, I know Mike, it was vice versa. Either he owed me or I owed him the last time we played out in Kerrville, out at the Comanche, right? Yeah. And I think he bought my lunch or vice versa. You know what? But it's something like that. And we always do those things to where, hey, you know what? Let me pay for you. You drove out here or vice versa. And I think that's the biggest thing is that you just make it square. Like, you know what? Hey, I owe you 15. Let me buy your dinner. I got the tip, whatever, you know what? Okay, square. And so, yeah. And I think that's important, but sometimes, hey, people just want to get the hell out of there and not square up.
Yeah.
Or they're real quiet, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing.
Before Cash App and Venmo, I would always use hey, bro, why didn't I stop at an ATM? My bad, bro.
See, and now it's like, hey, Cash App me. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that happened to me too. All right, last story here, guys. And thanks again for being on tonight, guys. Make sure you let me know in the comments, guys, if you want these guys back on, because I just vibe with you. I think I'm in love. You know,
You're fine.
It's fine. So Keeker invites me out to go play, and this is kind of like my first golf group that I played with. It was Nola Ase, and they still play every Sunday. And it's like, hey, you got to pay. It's like, I think it's like, it was $20 $20 went to like your skins. $5 goes to first birdie. So whoever has like a first true birdie, not covered, whatever, right? That everybody gets that money. Well, the first time I go play with this group, I'm in a group with Jerry Mulder. I'm in a group with this other guy, Russell. I'm in a group with we're playing a fivesome. We're in a fivesome. I'd never played snakes before. So we're playing freaking $5 snakes, skins, everything, whatever. Well, I was the last one to get the snake. So I owed everybody in the group $35. So that's 4 people because we're in a fivesome. So I owed 4 people. Yeah, I owed 4 people $35 just with no skins, whatever. And I'm like, shit, I don't have enough money. So we're at Riverside.
We're at Riverside. You played with.
Yeah. And I'm like, this crap, right? So I go put my clubs up in the car, and Jeff's like, hey, we're gonna go inside, have some beers, whatever. Everybody will square up in there. And I'm like, this, okay. And so I go and I put my stuff in my truck real quick, and I haul ass to ATM. Right, I haul ass to the ATM because I didn't want, hey, I'm gonna pay up on my bets, right? And Jeff, I see Jeff. I go inside. I left my phone in my truck. Whatever. I go back. I see like 5 missed calls from Jeff.
Where you at?
And I was like, he's like, hey, bro, everyone's freaking out. Where are you? And I said, dude, I didn't have enough cash. I went to the corner store to grab some money from the ATM. He goes, oh, okay, yeah. Like it was my first day with the group, dude. I go over and everyone's like, little boy, let me get that lunch money.
Daddy.
Yeah. And after that, I said, you know what? That's when I started to hit it hard, hit the range. I said, I'm never losing that type of money again. And you know what? I was full of shit because I lose that type of money all the time.
Yeah.
And it still brings you back.
Yeah. Hey, one of my worst stories, man, was 2013, man. I was doing pretty good. And I was
like a drug addict. It's like a drug addict reliving his story.
A poker player.
I had like 4 Scotties, bro. I had 4 Scotties and golf.
4 Scotty, Scotty Camerons,
bro. I swear. And I came to Alice, and I was anticipating on winning. I thought I was gonna win this match, and I lost it, and I didn't have the money. And I was like, hey, bro, like, you want to take my putter? And he was just like, for real? And I was like, bro, like, I don't have the money. And to this day, I regret it because it was like, dude, it was like 250, 260.
Then.
Yeah, then. And it was like the Newport. It's the one with the.
Oh, no shit, it's a Newport. Really?
Like,
I've never heard of those.
No, but it was the one with the colors on there, like the yellow, the blue, the.
Yeah. Mike knows. Mike's got every freaking buddy.
Yeah, dude. And to this day, I asked him, hey, bro, like, I'll buy it back from you, like, for the 100 that I lost.
the 100 I lost. Hey, 10 years later. Hey, can I get it back for you? Can you give me a deal? How about 90?
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, how about like with like 10% interest, right? But no, dude, and like to this day, so that's why now my wife tells me, or I tell myself, right, if I'm gonna go out there and be betting, man, have the money, like, you know what I mean? Make sure you have the funds, because the last thing you want to do is be that guy that, oh man, he doesn't pay his bets, or he's always heading out early.
Well, guys, thank y'all so much for being on tonight, guys. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Y'all, hey, great talk, great story. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna talk to y'all. Andy. I'm gonna talk to y'all off camera. I don't want to spill the guts out here. All right.
Hey, real quick, Andy. So just if you're part of the FOREBROS, we just got our new hats and new towels, and they will be at. I should have them in hand tomorrow. They're going to be delivered. We'll have them at at Hyatt. And then just kind of be on the lookout. We're going to kind of move it up from there. You know, there might be some polos coming out. We're getting our business stuff straight, and we're going to set up a website, all that stuff. So a lot of good stuff coming down the pipe. We appreciate all your support that you guys have and everything, and you've given us to get us to where we're here able to provide you with all that merch so you can show it off. Right here,
FOREBROS Tour. I really want to thank several of two of my FOREBROS right here for being on, guys. Hey, y'all are badass, man. I so appreciate y'all taking time to be on the show tonight. Hoping my voice is going to be ready to go tomorrow. I got to rip some ass tomorrow. First football game of the year.
Nice.
Right?
I'll be at where are we playing? The Quarry tomorrow.
I hate you. Down the street from me. Gosh, all right, guys. That's Freddy. That's Mike. FOREBROS Golf Tour. Never golf alone again. Thanks, guys, so much for being on tonight. Oh, man. Love my four bros. They really came in clutch for me tonight. I so appreciate them. Also, guys, do not forget our friends at El Cameo Golf Classic. All right, guys. Our friends at El Cameo Golf Classic, a South Texas ranch called El Cameo, is hosting its first annual El Cameo Golf Classic tournament on November 11th at Almost Basin Golf Course here in San Antonio. It's a two-man scramble. It's $250 per team. It includes green fee, cart fee, 2 drinks of your choice, lunch meal, a gift card to the pro shop, and others. All right. Don't forget, it's first place and second place teams will receive a cash pot prize as well as other incentives. Man, my boy Noah out of El Cameo Ranch, he was texting me. They have a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be a big party. First and second place cash prizes. Don't miss out, guys. Don't miss out. Make sure you reach out for more details via Instagram at El Cameo. Call or text at 361-815-2303. That's El Cameo Ranch. Also, you can hit up El Cameo Ranch at yahoo.com. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining the show. Remember, guys, in the game of life, nothing is OB.